All right, the car is taped up. I used aluminum foil. It makes the process a little quicker. And now I'm just gonna have to prime these areas. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try something new for the very first time. Is sometimes older cars, they were almost like a bed lined in the engine bays. So I kind of want to do that. So I'm going to use this Raptor bed liner before I put the color, and it'll give this area some texture. It'll hide a lot of the imperfections, and I think it'll look cool. So I did try the bed liner down here, and I kind of like the texture. It's not a rubber, so it's stiffer. So all right, so I just sprayed primer, and now I'm gonna ruin it by spraying this on top of it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully this can will be enough. So now everything is black. But the can gave me a nice texture to it, so that's what I was looking for. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the gray paint over this. Still thinking if I should mix the clear in it as a single stage or do the clear second. Maybe I'll do it second, so there's like a base coat, clear coat. But there's certain ways of doing this if you're doing an engine bay. What you can do, you can add some clear hardener to your base coat, and it'll give it that sort of a matte finish, like almost a semi-gloss, where the outside is shinier than the inside. I think I'll just do base coat, clear coat. Alright, I'm getting ready to paint. I just sprayed a decent promoter, and I got the color in here. So I'm just going to paint the engine bay. So I'm getting the texture that I wanted, so I like that. Okay, so the base coat is in, sprayed on. Now it looks pretty nice. I like the outcome of the like the wrinkle finish, or the kind of like a bed liner finish. I can't leave it like this though, because I didn't put any hardener in my base coat, so I have to put clear on, and I'll just put clear over this. I don't have to put a lot, just some. I'm kind of leaning towards more of having it more of a matte finish, but I mixed some clear coat, so I'm gonna shoot this on, and let's see what happens next. Alright, well, I guess I didn't ruin it. Came out really nice. So this is where I didn't spray the bed lining, and I wanted to keep this nice and shiny. And so I just want to show you the difference here. It's a very smooth finish versus a, like a more of a grainy bed lining type of finish. And I didn't have any runs. Today's nice and warm. It's about 60 in here. And it came out pretty good. So after this, what I did here was I rolled the edges. So this way, this blends in together. And so then this, there we go. This way there's no hard line, and it just ends up being a blend. Gotta pull it off on this side as well. So I roll the top, but the underneath is hard lined. So you end up with a nice finish. So it doesn't look like the paint job occurred twice, even though it did. So I'm gonna let this dry, and motor will have to go back in. I also repainted this piece. So nice. This is some people call this a tool tray, which is funny. But let's see if we can see some of the green pearl that's in this color. Maybe you could see it. See the green. It's a really cool color. I like this color a lot. I think it fits great with this, you know, wagon. Got the bronze wheels. So I'm gonna have to just maybe I'll paint this black or leave it. I don't know. And then the rest of it. On to the next steps is putting the motor back in. So let me show you. The motor's mounted. It's in. I have started doing some of the hoses and throttle cables and all that stuff. So I was just working on this drive shaft, so I thought that when I was underneath the car that it was actually flat, but it isn't. So today I have to go to the machine shop, and I had to take out, I think, 1/2 mil or 0.010 of an inch off, so it'll fit this lip here, and now it does. So now we are true and flat. I ended up, so 2 holes actually fit, 2 out of the 6, but I had to drill out 2 more. So these 2 line up, one up here, one back there, and then I drilled out one there and one there. So now this could go back onto the trans, and we're done with that. Hopefully it's not out of balance too bad. Hopefully. And let me show you some of the things that I started to hook up. So the clutch line is in. Still not bled. The high pressure power steering hose is on. And then also started installing the vacuum lines. So I got one vacuum line there, another one there. One's going to the gauge for boost and vacuum. The other one's going for the into the heater core box. I have started to work on this positive here. So this positive needs to get, obviously go to the positive here, but then I also need to adapt this positive to this side here. So I have to make a little crimp there. And the throttle, as you can see, the throttle cable is installed. So the pedals are now, I have 3 matching pedals. I had to tweak this pedal a couple of different ways. It goes to the right position up there. This needs to get moved over to the left more, but I have full throttle and it returns nicely, and we're good there. Clutch, hopefully this extends far enough, but the throttle definitely does. The brake pedal's original Volvo. I just put this on there. So there's that. Still have to get the shifter boot in and the rest of the wiring. So I also put the main harness through the firewall to a nice little grommet there. Started zip tying some of the things off and got the battery box in. I still need to get my heater core hoses in. The 2 back there and the main radiator hoses. But yeah, this has come a long way now. So a little bit more and I should be good to get this thing fired up. Oh, I still need to finish a couple more things, obviously, like the sway bar spacers, make my own intake and make my own ground. I have to install a couple of ground straps and finish assembling it. All right, that's all I got for now.